Hi, boys and girls. It's me, Mrs. Seawald. I wanted to review with you, make a little video to review with you what we learned in chapter 6 with tens and ones, which we call place value. So I just want to review just to make sure that we all have been using our hundreds chart like that. And as you can see, I have mine in a little folder that's clear so that I can write on it and erase it. Now, this is a 120 chart. I should have said 120 chart. And I want to show you, I drew the arrows up and I drew the arrows down because I wanted to show you that if we're adding 10 to a specific number, we have to look at the number going straight down. So if I wanted to add 10 to the number 49, I would go straight down, and that's a number that is 10 more than 49. It would be 59. So I drew a little arrow to show that when we add 10 or go up by tens when we count, we are looking down our 120 chart. When we subtract 10 from a number, we can find that number. Let's say we wanted to take 10 away from 62. So instead of going down, because that would be 10 more, we go straight up. So 10 less than 62 would be 52. So as you could see, I drew a little arrow going up and saying minus 10, because that's the way I look when I take 10 away. And I drew an arrow going down and I wrote plus 10, because that's the direction of the numbers that we look at, going straight down when we add 10 to a number. And you may want to do that just as a guide for your 120 chart. Now again, if we are just adding ones to a number, we would just simply count straight across like we normally do with a regular number line. And if we're subtracting just ones and not tens, we would just go backwards. And I'm so sorry that it is kind of flopping around here, but this is the best I can do for now. So that's a little review on our 120 chart, which will come in handy for you for the rest of our math. So I also want to make sure that when we talk about showing a 2-digit number or even a 3-digit number in the hundreds with quick tens and quick ones, that we know the language and we know what quick tens are and we know what quick ones are. So I drew a little chart. Quick tens we draw just with lines. Now those lines we pretend have 10 in each line. So each quick 10 has 10 little counters in it. We don't see it, but we pretend that those 10 counters are there. So here I drew 4 quick tens. So this would be a model of 4 tens, or if I had to count all the ones that are in those quick tens, in all the number would be 40. So I could say this model as 4 tens or 40 in all. So if the question asked, how many groups of 10 do you see in this model? You would say 4. But if a question asks, how many in all would be here? You would say 40. So quick ones is simply little cubes or little circles, individual ones, because there's not enough to make 10. So this little model here would show 3 ones. And 3 ones is simply 3. 1, 2, 3. So let's say I wanted to combine the 4 tens with my 3 ones, and I did it right here. 4 tens, and oops, look, I made a mistake. I'm going to take that away. I noticed that on my camera, and that's okay. 4 tens and 3 ones. So that would be the same as saying 4 tens right there, 4 tens, 3 ones right there. We have 43 in all. Okay, so that's a little review on quick tens and quick ones. I just want you to be clear on how we model that. So My first little review question is this. It says choose all the ways that name this model here. Well, I know that I have some quick tens here, and they went ahead and they show the little lines. We don't have to do that when we draw it. It would take way too long. So this one group of 10 cubes here is the same as if we drew a line with our imaginary little cubes inside each line. So now we know we have 8 groups of 10 here, right? So there's going to be more than one answer here. I'm going to give you a minute. I'm going to give you a minute to decide which one of these choices would be the correct answers to tell you what this model is. What number does that model show? Okay, take a minute and look at it. Okay, so our choices were 80 or 81s or 8 ones or 8 tens and 0 ones. Now again, there's more than one correct answer. What did you think it was? Did anyone say that this could show us 80? You'd be right if you filled in 80, because look, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So we could say that we have 80 in all. Now, 81s. If I counted all those little ones, would I get 80? Well, I have 10 here. I have another 10, I have another 10. So it's the same as saying 80 is equal to 80 individual ones. Did you pick that answer too? I will fill it in. So yes, I could say that this model is showing me the number 80 in all, and it's also showing me 81s, which is the same as 80. 8 ones? Is this showing just 8 ones? Remember what we said about ones. Ones are just individual counters. Does this show us just 8 of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? No, it's showing us 8 tens, but it's not just showing us 8 ones. So this would definitely not be the answer. 8 ones would just be 8 individual circles or 8 individual little squares. Now, is this showing us 8 tens and 0 ones? Well, first of all, is it showing us 8 tens? Well, yes, it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we know it is showing us 8 tens. Is it showing us any more ones other than the 8 tens there? Are there extras here? No, I don't see them. So therefore, there are 0 ones. So 8 tens and 0 ones is saying that this is showing 81s and 80 in all. So there were 3 correct answers for this. I don't see any extra ones, so that's why I have 0 ones. We're going to do one more. One more to review. Since we're not taking a math test, I just wanted to do an end of the chapter review before we start chapter 7 next week. Now we have a question here. It says, does the number in this model match the model? So we're going to say yes or no. In other words, does this number here, the choice, tell you what you see here? It's kind of the same as the other type of question, but this time we're just going to say yes if it's right and no if it's wrong. So let's just take a look at the model first of all. The model shows me I've got 1 tens frame filled in, and look at how many ones I have. I'm not going to tell you. There's the model. Take a look. Take a minute. Actually, not a whole minute. A few seconds. Okay, so now we're going to look at the choices. And we're going to see if that model, I'm going to hold it down. Does that model show you I just want to make sure I'm reading it right. Does it show you 110 and 9 ones? It does show me 110. Are there 9 ones here? I see 8 ones. So, nope, that's wrong. I'm going to fill in no. It does not show me 110 and 9 ones. There's not 9 ones here. Does that model show you 110 and 8 ones? Let's see. One group of 10, 110. And yeah, I think there's 8 ones there. So absolutely it does. So I will fill in yes. Does this model show you 110? Oh, I'm sorry. Does this model show you 10 plus 7? Well, I see 10 plus 8. So no, it does not show you 10 plus 7. And I kind of gave away the last one. Does it show you 10 plus 8? It certainly does. It shows you 10 plus 8, so I filled in yes. So there's many different ways to represent and model a 2-digit or even a 3-digit number. Okay, so one more little activity, and this is kind of a bonus, and this is sort of like a hot problem. You know how we used to have hot problems, and you still do. So I want to know 2 ways to show 53. 2 ways to show the number 53. Well, I know I have a 5 in the tens place, and I have a 3 in the ones place. So can I show it as, I'm going to show you a little longer, and you think about it. 53. Okay. How many tens are in 53? You're right, there's 5. How many ones in 53? You're right, there are 3. So I know there are 5 tens and 3 ones. And that's so simple. I just take the 5 and I take the 3. Now, how can I show it? Let's show it one way. Let's use tens and ones, quick tens and quick ones. So how many quick tens am I going to draw? You're right, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many quick ones am I going to draw? You're right, 3. 1, 2, 3. Did I just show it one way? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53. What other way can I show it? What other way can I show the tens and the ones in 53? Let's say I took one of these tens and I took it apart in pieces. We said there were 10 ones in each of those lines. So I'm going to pretend that I took this last group of 10 and I pulled it apart just like I could do with cubes. So now I have all these pieces. Now I only have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 10 that I kept together because this last one I took apart in pieces. So let me just draw my 4 groups of 10 that I still have left that are together. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I still have these 4 stacks of 10, but I didn't get rid of this, but it's just in a bunch of pieces, isn't it? And how many pieces is it in? It's in 10 pieces. So I'm going to draw those 10 pieces as ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I still have my 110 that I took apart, but now it's all apart in pieces. So I still have 10, 20, 30, 40. I don't have to recount those again. 50. Can't forget about those 3 because those were not forgotten about. Those were not taken away. We still have the 3 ones. So let me add my 3 ones. 1, 2, 3. So count with me. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53. So I have the same number, but I just changed that into 10 ones. So now, how many groups of 10 do I have that are together still? How many quick 10s? I have 4 quick 10s. And how many ones? I took one of those 10s and I changed it into 1. So I changed it into 10 ones. So let's count. 10, 11, 12, 13. So I have 4 10s and 13 ones, 13 individual ones. But you know what? 4 10s and 13 ones is still 53. So that's kind of a hot problem. That's kind of a bonus. Okay, I just wanted to give you a little bit of a challenge. So this week, as I said, we are going to be reviewing chapter 6. I didn't want to go straight to chapter 7. Next week, we'll start it. And I just want to make sure that you understand it and review. And I have some fun activities, some fun little review sheets on Google Classroom in the document. And I will post some other little maybe interactive math activities that I have to do last minute because it's in slides and you can't include it in the document. So I'm going to sign off now. Happy math, and it was great visiting with you. And as Professor Berger says, have fun with math, boys and girls. Bye.